Habari zenu?
Mzuri sana.
Uniangalie wewe hapo mbele.
Wacha tuangalie. Fungua bonnet, fungua.
Ni kama iko chini kidogo.
Fungua bonnet, fungua bonnet.
Angalia.
Oil iko chini baba.
Ongeza kidogo hapo.
Hey guys, many are the times we drive into a petrol station and ask for the attendants to check the oil levels in our car, and most times they'll tell you oil iko chini, and we will ask them to top up. And when we asked which grade of oil we are getting, most of the times unasema weka ile bei rahisi. But have you ever asked the question, what are the dangers of mixing different grades of oil in your engine? And that is why today we are having this up close and candid discussion on the dangers of mixing oil in your car's engine. And I'm going to be your host, Eric Wakabi, Eric with a CK, on this episode of AutoKonnekt as we demystify this. It's very, very, very dangerous. Remember, you can follow me at a personal level, Eric Wakabi, Eric with a CK, on Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok. And on this episode, we are filming at Auto and CVT Accessories along the Northern Bypass. Locality ni pale Dhome. And once again, I'll be joined by the automotive engineer himself, Moses, as we try and discuss and also demystify the myths that come or associated with engine oil. We are going to explain to you what the letters and numbers on engine oil mean and the dangers of mixing up engine oil. Hey guys, this is another episode whereby we are talking about emerging issues in the Kenyan automotive industry, and one of them is fake oils and also people using the wrong oils for their cars. And today I'm joined by Moses for the second time from Auto Accessories, Auto CVT and Auto Accessories hapa Thome, and we want to discuss engine oil, because engine oil is a very big subject and it's an elephant in the room when it comes to cars. And I want us to start this conversation, Mose, on this basis. What are the functions of engine oil in an engine? Because for us to understand, and you know, many times you drive to a petrol station na unaulizwa mbele iko aje, sema angalia, naambia oil iko chini, nakwambia tuweke gani, naambia weka ile ya bei rahisi. But we never stop and think, or we never consider which oil did we use in the vehicle on the last service, right? Unaweza kuwa umetumia 5W30 na hapa imewekwa 10W50. What are the dangers of mixing oil? Na nataka tuanze for us to understand the dangers. Tuanze na functions of oil in an engine.
Okay. Functions are lubricants, the oil. The functions ni tatu. Ni nne, around nne tatu. Ya kwanza, oil must clean. It must clean. It must take away all the dirt.
All the debris.
All the debris. As it goes down, passes through a filter, it's filtered and the dirt is left there.
Yes.
So the first function is
cleaning.
The second one is lubrication. Lubrication means reducing friction on the parts.
Yes.
The third one, it acts as a shock absorber.
Yes.
Now, in a vehicle, there is something we call splash lubrication. Splash lubrication. This is a situation whereby the sump of the vehicle contains oil after imepump juu. There is some fuel left hapo ndani. And since an engine converts reciprocating motion to rotary, as the turn crankshaft in a turn inagonga ndani, so ina kama shock, poop, inatumbukia ndani.
It dampens the mechanical shock.
Ina dampen the shock. And the last one ni temperature.
Yes.
Ina cool. The oil, as it passes near the parts of the vehicle, ina appreciate the heat and then it passes through a heat exchanger, ile yenye tulimention
last time tukifanya hiyo episode nyingine.
Yes, the liquid to liquid heat exchanger, where the heat is distributed to the air or either through a heat exchanger, either by a radiator in front of the vehicle for heavy commercials na magari za ndogo ndogo,
oil cooler.
Just oil cooler, and it is air cooled.
Yes.
Outside liquid then air cooled. Those are the 4 functions of oils.
Na sasa those, now that we have understood the functions of oil, we move forward to types of oil. And that is why today I have, unajua CBC imeleta maneno mingi sana. CBC inaonyesha you have to show things how they are. Niliambia wase itabidi wametuita gari moshi juu tunakuja kuwa train.
Nilisikia CBC nasema cow going back to
Now, so these are 2 different oils, and what I have here, ukiangalia hii oil imeandikwa tu SAE40, and this one imeandikwa 20W-50.
Yes.
So the reason why this has only one number is because it's a single grade oil, meaning it's tailor-made to operate within a specific threshold of temperature
within the tropics tunaweza sema
kama sasa within the tropics. But ukikuja uchukue hii 20W40, it's what is called a multigrade oil, meaning it can be used within some sort of range of temperatures. Sawa, it can operate within cool and warm, but this one is only
rated for
warm.
tropics.
Yes, let's say warm weather.
Areas.
Yeah, na pia so kwa single grade na multigrade there is also the aspect of synthetic and mineral oils. So synthetic oils have what we call chemical modifications.
Ni kama za kutengeneza.
They can tolerate more heat and or rather say more rapid temperature changes. Na they contain fewer impurities unlike mineral oils. Sasa hata hapo watu wameelewa.
Kabisa.
Sasa tuende kwa naming of these oils. Especially hii wameelewa.
Yes.
But you see like this one, it has these 20W-50. So what do these numbers mean?
Okay. Hii 20 inasimamia viscosity.
Yes.
Pia 50 inasimamia viscosity. But now they have considered a wide range of temperatures.
Yes.
From wind to the tropics and normal temperatures.
Yes.
So this one has a viscosity of 20 during winters, wakati temperatures iko almost 0 ama negative.
Yes.
Viscosity yake ni 20, and 50 ni wakati we have temperatures za kawaida. So hii gari inaweza operatea within mahali kuna winter na pia mahali penye
yes
ni hot ama ni within the tropics, kawaida tu, temperature ya kawaida. Hii inazuia engine, hii 20 it narrate, for example, usipate engine yenye engine imepack oil imesolidify, imeform gang. Imesolidify, sasa iwezi pampiwa kwa systems. Ama imekuwa sluggish, imekuwa thick, almost solidifying, pumpability inakuwa ngumu. So you have to look at this rating based on mahali penye uko. But for these tropics, inaona kama huku within the tropics hatuta consider hiyo.
We will not consider this within the tropics. Actually, the lower the first number, it is the more tolerant the oil is to cold temperatures. That is why you see cars coming from Japan, sana hybrid, unaona zinakuja na 0W20.
Yes.
Meaning they can tolerate they can tolerate very cold temperatures, and this assists in cold starts.
Yes.
So hii ukipeleka hii tuseme Finland, gari haitakuwa
uta undergo immature wear.
Yes. So tuende kwa hii namba ya pili, 50. So 50 is the viscosity, is the tolerance to high temperatures. So the higher the last number is, it means the more tolerant the oil is to high temperatures.
Yes.
Preventing thinning and all that. But it also means that this oil is, the thickness of oil is also very thick.
Yes, it's very thick. Its ability to flow is a bit slower.
Yes.
As compared to this 140.
So it's a more viscous oil.
Yes. Yeah. And on that means it accumulates more heat. It can accommodate more heat.
Yes.
Than the 41.
Because when this 40 undergoes higher higher temperatures,
it will become
become thin.
Thin, and it cannot accommodate more heat.
More heat, yes. So this one will be more ideal for high temperatures.
Yes.
And this one will be ideal for lower temperatures.
Yes.
But now, hii ni nzito kushinda hii.
Yes.
We try and use a language that Kenyans will understand. Sindio? So, hadi hapo tumeelewana. Let's get to the second bit of these conversations. Unaenda pale kwa petrol station, unaulizwa, mbele iko aje? Unawaambia, ongeza. Sawa? So, what are the dangers of this kutop up? Sababu you can imagine, the last service ulifanya, ulisema gari yako, maybe if you check out online, you will see the recommended oil for your vehicle.
Yes.
But it always gives a range. Sababu these vehicles again are made for different markets. Na pia ukiangalia kwa gari, there are some stickers that show which oil is recommended for that particular vehicle. So here we want to discuss what are the dangers. Umeenda pale, umeulizwa mbele iko aje, wamekuambia oil iko chini. And one thing I would want to remind them, every time umezima gari tu kwa petrol station, alafu upime oil, it will always be low.
Yes.
It will always be low. Why? Because the oil has not dripped back to the sump.
Yes.
Sindio?
So unapima nothing.
Unapima nothing.
Just a little bit yenye inabakingi for lubrication of the bearings underneath there.
Yes.
Yes.
So definitely gari oil by default itakuwa chini.
Low.
Na ndio maana unasikianga kila time wanakuambia oil iko
chini.
Iko chini.
And that brings me to the point, with every top up, this means you have excess oil.
Yes. Kweli, true story.
In the top up, we have two things you have to consider. One, the quality of the oil you are topping up. Is this the same as what you used?
Actually, grade and the viscosity.
The grade of the oil that you used. Is this the same thing you're adding? Another thing, the amount of oil you're adding now.
Yes.
You see, you have two things you're considering. Now, if you measure with the dipstick and find it's 0, what decides that it's a liter, a half, a quarter, or 1 liter?
Ni mtu kujiambia tu.
Yes, you see. Now what happens when you top up, there are higher chances. The higher chances are you're going to overfill the engine.
Yes.
And when you do that, you're going to build up more pressure when the engine runs. So you are going to have leakages because seals are going not to support the pressure inside. So utapata gari ina leak either from the crankshaft seal, uta leak mahali pengine and other places. Another thing, remember, you've added clean oil to dirty oil.
To dirty oil, yes. And that reminds me, this tool I have here, ebu ambi inaitwa nini?
Si tunaita tu probe.
Inaitwa probe.
It's a probe, it checks the oils. What generally it does, hii utatoa kwa dipstick, okay? Uchomoe dipstick, uingize. When oil is clean, hii probe, then utafinya, it's capable na to dry cell, unafinya, ndani, inakuletea some reading, confirm test the how light flows through the oil.
Yes.
Dirty oil, light itaflow kidogo. So test tuseme kama tint, how oil imetint. So test kama mwangaza itapita. So the more ukifinya hapo, itatoa kaleza light hapa mbele. Au kaleza light vile katapita pale mbele, kakuje hapa. Si itakuwa ndani, kakuje hapa. Confirm hii oil ni safi ama ni chafu. Because you know, oil safi, kuna some transparency inafaa kuwa na rating.
Yes.
Bila kuangalia the gradability. There's a range itapitisha mwangaza. Naye oil chafu itakataa. And we both know gari zimejaa soot ni moshi. So oil wa nyeusi juu ya soot.
Carbon deposits.
Yeah, soot. Biro,
yeah.
Hiyo ndio inafanya oil inakuwa chafu na inarudi chini. So hizo soots ndio tutaconfirm. Tunaona kama ni safi, kama sio safi tunabadilisha. Kwa sababu pia oil, they might say that you service every 5,000. But you find that time, haitafika 5,000 na imechafuka. How do you confirm? This is the tool for that work.
Jo, normally mtu anatoa dipstick unasikia kwambia hii ni chafu.
Yes, this is the job. This does the job easily. Ina confirm kama ni mzuri sasa.
Yeah, so these are part of the things that we employ when we are doing pre-purchase inspections. So kita pre-purchase inspection, we are well kitted for the job. Now, one of the dangers that mixing oils is what we call inadequate lubrications. Because they are altered flow characteristics.
Yes. What happens is those oils are not going to mix nicely.
Because of the density aspect.
Yes. So what will happen, you'll find a part, oil in a flow, the flow of oil comes, and then at some section when the different viscosity ikifika hapo, hakuna oil. So we'll have premature wear. Normally we call it premature wear. Wearing and tearing that is happening earlier than expected due to poor lubrication. Again, the way the heat is received by that oil, it will be quite difficult, because you have two different oils here. They are in the same vehicle. So again, you might end up with having overheating problems. Generally, overheating, worn out parts, leakages are the consequences.
And now there is also something else I would like us to talk about when it comes to that. And there is also the aspect of, you know, every car, especially these modern cars that have start and stop, they need oils that can, you know, be pumped quickly. Ukifika si gari iko na start and stop technology, ukikanyaga brake inazima, so immediately inazima, oil inaenda draining down
to the sump.
So you need, by the time unaachilia, the oil pump is equipped to pump that oil haraka sana. And that is why it has recommended oil. Lakini sasa ukiwekea oil nzito and it has start stop technology, it means ukikanyaga brake itaanza kudrain, then ukiachilia the oil pump will struggle to pump the heavier oil.
And again, the upper parts of the engine will starve of
oil.
The lubrication
Yes.
oil. Since the pump is taking too much time to pump the vehicle up. And that one, gari hezi kuambia. Let me tell you the reason why. Most of the sensors, the pressure, the oil, ziko underneath. They're not high on the vehicle.
Ziko chini.
Of which immediately imeanza safari, they will tell you the pressure is okay, but it's still not yet up here. And that's why in old vehicles you'll kunaambiwa aje, when you start the vehicle,
let it warm
up.
Let it warm up.
So this is confirming after an overnight rest of the oil is down, you crank it, let the lower parts usually are always sunken on oil.
Yes.
Then as it rises up, now is when you are told let it warm up so that it can rise up without any revving, the minimum 10 wear, so that when we move, everything is okay.
In fact, sisi, when you were growing up, ungegurumisha gari kama umerev. Karibu unyongwe bwana. Wacha ipandishe oil bwana.
Hata madereva wengi wazee wanafanya hivyo.
Exactly. And you see, it's a good,
unagurumisha,
irrespective of where we have come. But back then, oil grades we only had mineral oils that were very heavy.
And pumps were slow also.
And pumps were also very slow.
Yes.
These days, things have improved. Lakini sasa, with improvement in technology, it means that not oils can be used in a vehicle. For instance, gari hybrid, ukiweka 10W50,
Aitoboy.
Itakuwa ngumu.
Yes. Kwa sababu the pump is not designed to pump. The pumpability of that oil is not designed for that pump.
Yes.
So you have to go to specifications, uangalie manufacturer anasema nini, utop up gari yako kenye inafaa.
Yes.
Yes.
And then the other thing is that if one, there is always the error of guys at petrol stations measuring oil levels venye haifai.
Exactly.
Because gari umezima tu 1 minute una expect itakupatia the correct oil reading. In fact, it's not normally even a minute. By the time you are stopping there, amefungua ameangalia. So oil haija settle vizuri kwa sump.
Hata unaweza wadea mtu aende top up aende next petrol station tena aone ikipimwa haitakuwa hata akiwa ameweka lita moja.
Ambia iko chini.
So definitely you are going to suffer leakages. Kwanza leakages ndio suffer sana. And you know something funny with oils, they form sulfur and acids.
Yes.
At the base.
Ash. And
so what happens, if you stay with dirty oil too much, unashinda ukitop up unaongezea. Unajua kenye whatever is in the engine now is dirty and is ni mob.
Yes.
You find that corrosion inaanza kidogo. Engine inaanza mashida.
And that is the other danger of mixing oil, corrosion.
Yes.
Sababu pia oil is also used as a detergent, and different oils have different detergents za kusafisha.
Yes.
And you see those different detergents, sometimes if you mix those oils up, there can be reactions that are not desirable.
Yes.
Causing.
And again, on the aspect of oil has to have a quality. It has to have the quality. It doesn't foam.
Yes.
Non ile foam ile inakaa kama omo.
Yes.
So when you have different grades of oil, that means one might form at a different level of churning, kuchurn si ni kukoroga,
yes.
and the other one at a different one. So unaweza pata kutakuwa tu na struggle ndani. So its advice is better you maintain uniformity. Yeah, it's better you maintain uniformity. And we stress on the point that before utoe dipstick, park your vehicle for at least 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, then confirm.
So that you can have the right oil reading.
Yes.
And you see with modern cars, kama Mercedes, BMW, they can tell you the oil level. Ukiangalia tu hapa kwa infotainment system.
Yes.
But unfortunately, unajua hizo magari si mingi amongst us. And now let's talk about something else. A very important component in a vehicle's engine, and that is the oil filter.
The oil filter.
Now, if you mix different oil grades, sometimes it causes clogging of the oil filters.
Yes. A filter is generally a kichungi.
Yeah.
It's a sieve. So the permeability, how oil penetrates through,
yes,
it is measured, it is made in such a manner that it holds specific sizes of dirt, debris. It holds specific. So it has to allow oil to flow to reduce the pressure.
Yes.
If you have a filter that is the permeability is it does not let oil flow easily, that filter will make the oil has a lot of high pressure. And you might find that it is stuck in there, it's not moving. And you know, generally the flow of oil is from the pump to the filter, up, down.
Yes.
Pump, filter, up, down. Pump, filter, up, down. Pump, pump to the filter, then to the parts. Then ikirudi chini, ikidrain chini back, pumpiwa kwa filter ichunge uchafu yenye ilikuja nayo. Then, so you will find that it is packed in there and it will clog. It will clog the filter, then starve the rest of the parts, the engine oil. So it's also very good. Confirm again, use the right quality.
Use the right quality. So before you top up, kumbuka ulitumia oil grade gani.
Yes.
And you know nowadays there is even oil ratings, there's SN, SN plus. There are vehicles, modern vehicles mostly are capped at SN and SN plus.
But the advice is on the service tag.
Yes.
It's good for the guy who did the service to note what oil he used.
Exactly.
So kama ujui, you just look at your tag and then angalia kwa shelf. Kama iko, top up. Kama hakuna, wait. Utumane.
And then something I'll tell guys, it is not normal for your oil level to go down.
It is not.
It is not normal. Well, Saina, I understand with some of these modern engines like the Subaru DIT engines, some VW engines and Audi, some of them do burn oil naturally. By their when you operate, and some of these things are noted in the operator's manual.
Yes, they are
in
noted.
the service manual.
Yes.
They are you are told that you should. Sasa wewe ukienda pale uko na Subaru Livogue umewekewa service alafu wewe unarudi kufanya service tena at 10,000 kilometers, knowing very well that this car burns oil naturally.
It burns a few amount for these kilometers.
Exactly.
Yes.
In fact, unasema for every dash kilometers it burns
hours of running.
Hours of running, yes. It burns this amount of oil. So, and that is why Kenyans, and I think magari mingi zinaharibika because we do not read the service manuals.
Yes.
Because manufacturers wanajua hizi vitu. But sisi umenunua oil imeandikwa 10,000 kilometers. Ni kama mtu anakuambia anafanya service 10,000 kilometers na labda anaishi Rongai ama Kitengela. Kuna vumbi. So utachange hiyo air cleaner after 10,000 kilometers. Yet kuna msee mwingine anaishi hapa Garden Estate ama Runda, gari yake ipatanangi na vumbi. Yeah, anaweza stretch hata 20,000 kilometers. But you see, these are dynamics that we never think about. So, hiyo story ya 10,000 kilometers, again, read your vehicle service manual or consult somebody who knows about that.
Na advisable, usikubali. Do not let it to karibia 10,000. Service it a bit earlier.
A bit earlier, usikubali.
Yeah.
And you know, the more an engine becomes older, service, okay, oil demands also.
You don't repair often.
You
service often.
Exactly.
As you get older, you
because of the wear and tear, there is so much more debris because of something you called ulisema machining.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
The machining aspect.
Of the
engine.
Yes. So as it grows older, you have more debris.
So vile tumesema, ukiona gari yako inapungua oil, just know there is an issue. Either uko na leakage, ama gari yako iko worn out,
ina burn oil.
It's burn oil.
So it is not normal. So ukiambiwa top up oil, top up oil mara mbili.
You just consider the rate.
So there are two options if your car is burning oil. Ama una top up several times. So one, either you have a leakage. Two, your vehicle ina burn oil. Ama three, hawapimi oil venye inafaa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So our petrol station guys need to get more education on checking the oil level. Wacha gari itulie.
Park.
Si gari inakaa 30 seconds na unataka kama status ya WhatsApp. Unataka kutoa but I think also that's a generational issue. Yeah, because I remember even when we were growing up, our parents wengi wao wako wanapeleka gari service. They used to service the cars themselves. But now our generation is quite lazy. Hata kuamka asubuhi kufanya, mimi I was taught whenever before you start a car, walk around, angalia tire pressure, angalia oil, angalia coolant
kama kawaida.
Yes.
Siku hizi wanakuja tu
wanaenda
naingia ndani kama amefinya.
ni inaitwa generation ya inaitangwa instant coffee.
Nisikia wanaitwa Gen Z.
Gen Z bas ndio hao sasa. So I think this has been a very insightful episode. Watu wamelearn a thing or two about kutop up oil. So the next time umeambiwa top up oil at a petrol station, before you top up mwambie wacha gari settle tupime vizuri. And also from your service tag confirm the oil grade that was used.
Yes, so that you request for the same.
Na pia kumbukeni, out here there are so many there's a high rate of counterfeit oils.
Yes.
Sindio?
Sana.
There are so many counterfeit oils out here.
So ni vizuri uchukue oil yako from a trusted supplier.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Utaweka oil gari alafu uanze kushindwa hii gari ni mpya imeanza kuleta mashida very early.
Sana.
Yes. Yeah. And parting shot, every car has a manufacturer oil rating.
Yes.
So na siku hizi internet ni cheap. Ingia pale internet, angalia gari yangu oil rating yake ni gani.
Inasemekana in this time and era, ignorance is by choice.
It's a choice. It's a choice. Yeah.
By choice.
Ignorance is by choice.
Ukiwa na power na device, you can always look it up.
Bana, ama una watch hii episode. So please remember to subscribe before leaving. So drop a subscribe and also drop a like on the video so that you're notified if the next time we upload such an insightful video. It has been a pleasure being with Mose hapa CVT and Auto Accessories. Nataka kuwakumbusha, we do offer consultation services as well as pre-purchase inspection.
Kabisa.
Na unaweza tufikia kwa hiyo namba iko hapo kwa description. Sawa, simkuwe na wakati mwema and see you next time.